Hello, welcome to the shop. Today I'm going to take this utility cart and modify it so it works better with a thickness planer. And first thing obviously here is I need to straighten up so I can get to it. And then break it apart so it's easier to work with. And after getting my initial measurements, I want to check it for square. I believe with these molded plastic, they leave a bit of a draft angle on the form so they're easier to pull off. And this one ended up being about 92 degrees. So now I'm going to take some 2x4 offcuts from the wall build and chop those down to fit within the cart. And it really helps if you have a sharp drill bit. The dull ones take a bit to make it through the plastic. This is one thing I really like about these Scandinavian style benches. That shoulder vise makes holding odd shaped parts really easy. And this is probably why all of my chisels are dull. And this is also where my microphone ended up dying. So you can enjoy the rest of this video without sound. And that's actually the reason I'm doing a voiceover today. So same with the round over beveling on the edges. The bottom also needs some beveling, so I just decided to use a jack plane. And then again, some overly exact marking and measuring. And now just to mark it, cut it back off. And now it's time to true everything up with a joiner plane. This one is made by Veritas, and I think it's my favorite hand plane. I really like using it and tend to pull it out in situations that maybe it's not optimal, but man, it's a lot of fun. Now I'm just double checking it with a square. I just want to make sure that I'm at or maybe slightly below the edges of the cart. And this was a last minute change. I decided to add 2 more pieces down the middle just for some extra support. So I went over those first with a jack plane, hog off a bulk of material, and then back over it again with a joiner. This sheet of plywood will become the top. Been hauling it around for about 5 years now. It's going through a move, but you never know when you're going to need something. Can't throw it away, right? Now I'm going to use everybody's favorite tool, the router. I'm using a flush trim bit. Get the sides of the plywood and the sides of the cart even. Quick sanding, and we put it all back together. So this is just some milk paint, powdered stuff, mix it 1-to-1 with water. I had some left over from a couple other projects and decided I needed to use it up. Just did 1 coat, smoothed it out with some 3M pads, and added a dark paste wax. And the shop is still a bit of a mess after the recent construction. This is my corner of shame. So I just now need to dig out the thickness planer. And get it situated. And a couple of lag bolts to hold everything down. And now to take it on its maiden voyage. I typically prefer to use all hand tools where I can, but I have some bigger projects coming up. It'll just be a lot faster if I can use a shop apprentice. So thanks for putting up with my poor Mike Farrington impersonation. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing. If you didn't, well, let me know.